supposed to be cool, but when we don't have access, it just looks like a sales pitch. On I went on my Google Doc or on Sheet. It is allowing me to do some of this, but without the chat. So that
Then
you
I
can
would
do.
like to
No,
tell
no,
about.
no. No, it's all right. I want you to just go off and show what you can show, because we've done enough of the adding to the sheets and adding to the docs. That's not as fun, to be honest.
Yes. So let's get to the fun part. Have you
Thank you.
always wondered? Have you always wondered how would it be to have a pair programmer? Pair programmer is somebody who programs with you. You discuss and then you design, you do the architecture, and then you code together. Pair programming is a very old concept. Generally, two human beings would sit with each other and program. It is supposedly to yield more productive code and time efficient coding technique. It's called paid programmer, pair programmer, and now AI can be a pair programmer. Duet AI can be a pair programmer. This is from Gemini. This is on Gemini stack. We have Duet AI. I would like to share my screen. All of you, if possible, please go for Google Cloud Console. I'll put it in the chat. Google Cloud Console. I'll share my screen for the step by step. Just 1 second. Yes. So this is Duet AI. And I can put a prompt in Duet AI. This is my workspace, Google Cloud Workspace. It's a Google Cloud Shell editor. Here I can put a prompt telling how to code in Python. So it says how we can code in Python. Can you suggest a design pattern? A design pattern for notifications. Do you see this prompt here? I'm trying to use this. So it talks about different design patterns and what is the design pattern that we can use for notification.
Yes, can you click the got it, because it's blocking our view?
Yes, yes. Can you see it now?
No, it's still
Okay,
showing. It's still showing got it. You're viewing the Google Cloud Shell in full view. It's a
okay.
pop
Let
up.
me,
It's a pop up in blue color blocking your screen.
okay, 1 second.
So this is essentially a part of the Gemini demo that we saw during launch. That it is implemented in Google Apps, right? In Docs and Drive as a user, and you're showing us how you code with it.
Yes. So let me show a very simple code, how to print odd numbers. So this is a for loop and it prints the odd numbers. Let me um, write a code for write a code to create a flask application. So this is the code for creating a Flask application. And I will try to take this and put it on the editor here. And I'll run the code. It's running on this. So it's so simple. I wanted a Flask application. You did not know what is a Flask application, how to build it. All you need to do is ask Duet AI, I want a Flask application. Now can I ask Duet AI? Duet AI, I want print how to write an app, how to write an app that is like a messenger. It says you need to go to Firebase, create a Firebase app, get reference to the messaging service, send a message on the topic using messaging.publish. Here, earlier we had to read a lot of documents and see a lot of videos in order to come up with code and understand. And that is how Duet AI is helping us. It is helping us write code. It's a pair programmer. Now let me copy this to clipboard
Is
and
Jamthe 3 is the problem?
yes, I'll run this. So this is here we are trying to have a Firebase app. So let me go to this. I want to take questions from the users, the students here. Would it be possible for each one of you to suggest a question that you see as something that you wanted to do in coding, but you were not able to do it earlier? I can show how to do it. I can do it for you.
Question, Yash, this coding is going to sit within some specific Google place?
Okay, we can put this code anywhere, and they do not use our code, they do not use our questions, they do not use it for their training. So it is secure, and we can use it in any editor. I am using the Google Cloud Editor here, and I'm trying to run it in the PowerShell here. But we can have this plugin, Duet AI plugin, to any of the IDE like VS Code, and try to do it with that. I will go for another example, a quick example that we generally try here. Convolution neural network. Write a program for simple CNN. Wow. So here you see, import keras, import numpy, create a data set, create a model, compile the model, train the model, evaluate the model, save the model in the H5 format. Now let me try. Write a program for RNN. Kera sequential. What I am trying to drive here is, earlier we need to see a lot of documents and refer them and then do the coding. But now Duet AI is the pair programmer that will help you write with the knowledge that of all. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm sorry, Yash. Yes.
Yes. Uh, so let us, I just showed how we created an RNN and
Can you repeat the last part? We just lost you for a second.
yes, I would like to show this how to write a program for simple CNN. Here we have keras, import numpy, and we have the sequential, the different layers. We compile the model, fit it, evaluate it, and save it. So what I'm trying to tell here is earlier we need domain expertise, programming expertise in how to read the documents, how to get the coding up and running. But now all it takes is to ask Duet AI. Today, I want to go to the next step of asking, write a transformer code for me. Write a transformer code. Okay, here is the transformer code. I will quickly write that I want an code, encoder, decoder, architecture in transformers.
Yash, I have a question.
Yes.
Um, all kinds of generative AI hallucinates, right? When I'm chatting with ChatGPT or Gemini, Bard, it makes things up. So how do I know that this code is not made up? It really works.
Uh, okay, the best way to do it is to run it and check for it. Also, I want to highlight, write, test. I can select this code, okay, whatever code I have, write test cases for unit testing for selected code. So this is the code, and there will be a couple of unit tests written here. So we can even do the testing here. Otherwise, so that to answer your question, it is we need to run it and we need to have faith in the fact that it does the right thing that it is supposed to do. But yes, the human in the loop that comes in and tries to understand what it is doing. So even when we are dealing with a pair programmer, humans make mistakes. Nobody is error free, and software by nature isn't error free. Um, so this is how we can run test cases. So let me write a
So
release
I'm
document.
sorry, Yash. Though
Yes.
when I interact with AI, given that it is always predicting and it is not 100%, right? It is always predicting with a certain amount of accuracy. So I usually don't have faith. I have faith in what it can build or what it can solve for me or do something for me. But what it generates, I don't believe it's 100%. And I'm always checking for bias. I'm checking whether it is correct. When I'm playing with data and if I make my AI go talk to data, then I'm verifying. So, is there a way by which you would verify that the code it's generated is correct? Because it will hallucinate even within code.
I think by running the code and running test cases on it, one can know whether that's the right piece of code. And here, by going over the code manually, one can read the code. Also, there is a feature where we can take code and ask Google Do It AI to explain it. But as you mentioned, um, hallucinations are part and parcel of any of these LLMs, but to what extent this LLM Duet AI hallucinates is something that we need to test it out and see for ourselves.
Sounds good. Thank you, Yash.
Can I share my screen again?
Yep.
Okay. I would like to write a release document for my code. Earlier, we had to know what is a release document. Now, all we have to do is write to see there is release version, date, what are the changes, what are the bug fixes, known issues. So this is the release document. So let me get, I will put this and I'll say explain in English. Explain in English what the code is doing. So it explains. So I would like to summarize what I went over in the last 20 minutes. We have Duet AI. We can use it in the editor. It codes for us, acts as a pair programmer, helps with the design, helps with coming up with code related to any part that is there, different languages we can use. Also, it helps us with the test cases and the documents. So let me write here, write a high level, high level document, write a high level document for this code. So this is the HLD. Sudha, can you give me a prompt, please? I would like to try something that's there on your mind.
It's going to generate a Python code for me.
I can choose the language.
Can it generate a palindrome?
Yes. Let me try Java code. Yes, we got the Java code palindrome. Okay, let me ask in Julia. Julia is for scientific computing. Code to compute ordinary differential equations in Julia. Yes, this is Julia.
Yes, I have a question. Um,
Yes.
you know how I can use generative AI within um, Gemini, which is Bard, right? And say draw something. So can you make it generate images for me? So for example, I'm just thinking maybe I don't have enough training data of dogs. You know, when I showed the dog versus mop example, I'm going and downloading dog pictures. So can you make it write a program? Since it's right now only generating code for me, I would like it to generate the images in an application, which like Bart, right? Um, I can get pictures of dogs.
Okay, let me see if it can generate an image.
I'm trying to push it to break it. Let's see.
Generate image.
Okay, so those of you are here, if
You're
you can think of examples, please ask. Yes, she's going to obviously generate only code, but I want us to start thinking how can this be used when we are building something. It's not just a coding helper, right? It has got the power of entire Gemini that they promised us. I would like it to do something more spatial.
generate code, explain this, generate unit tests. So it's inline.
You're not sharing your screen,
Okay.
so you'll have to redo that. Yes, thank you.
If we see here, we can see a bulb icon here and we can go for generating code, explaining this. So let me click on explain this. It explains what it is doing. So there's inline also. There is a chat, there's inline. There are various ways of doing it. Now,
Sorry,
um,
you are not sharing your screen. What are you showing? What did you ask it to do?
I think I am sharing because I
Now you're
see it.
sharing. No, no, now you're sharing. When you
Okay.
actually started this particular segment, right? That
So
you
I wanted
generate.
to tell that there is an inline option. In the code editor, there's an inline option where I can, when I click on it, I get generate code, explain this,
Okay.
generate unit test cases. This is so different from the programming that we used to do earlier. This is a whole new paradigm of how pair programmer can come in and we can do it together. Okay, image of a dog.
So
No,
you're
I don't think it can give me
no,
those
I
things.
think you have to ask it to generate code to generate image of dogs, right? Because all it's generating right now is generating code. That's what you're demoing for us.
Generate code for image of a dog.
For generating image of a dog. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, it went to VGG. Yeah, applications VGG processing dog.jpg. It's trying to predict. It's trying to. So Sudha, you were telling me about hallucinations and what if it has hallucinations. There's a live example. We just wanted an image of a dog or an image that codes a dog. But here we have predicting. We're getting a label. It's doing that entire, it knows how to build a predictive model for image and it has built out the entire thing where all I asked is for a dog image to be coded.
So if you take this and go put it in TensorFlow in Keras and run it, it will generate the image of the dog for me.
No, because it is already taking a dog.jpg as, let me put it right here. It is expecting a dog.jpg as input.
But we asked it to generate the image of a dog. My goal is here to create synthetic data, right? And create dog images.
Yes. I'll put it in Colab.
Yeah. Now it will help if you make it generate the code and show the output, and I get to see that it's actually generating dog images for me. That would be useful for me.
Oh, start coding or generate with AI. It's there in Google Colab.
Okay. So now this is the code it generated when we said generate image of a dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But
So
but it is running a model. To generate image of a dog, we don't need a model. This is predicting. If it's a dog, not a dog, it's trying to predict it.
but where is it getting the dog
It's
.jpg?
expecting me to give it. But in turn, we see there's no file
Right.
as
So
dog.jpg.
so
It's
then
not
our
doing what we want it to do.
no,
So we
but
need
our
to change the prompt.
yeah. So our prompt was wrong as it, or it did not understand the prompt the way we thought it was.
Okay, just a second. Let me prompt this. Generate, generate a synthetic image of a dog using Python.
So it was predicting using the VGG16. Now it is saying it is generating using VGG16. Okay. It's given you the TensorFlow code.
Yeah, it will have a different background or a different pose.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as it shows me a real dog image that I can use, we have arrived that it is successful in its prompt.
Yes, so I'd like to summarize. The future of programming is with having pair programmers where we try to code along with the pair programmer and take the help and do the coding. So this was just a peek into what pair programming with AI is. Uh, I would I would suggest everybody explore different pair programming tools out there and see how you can improve your productivity. Thank you.
Okay. So I would like to play with this and make it generate the image so I can follow up with you offline, or since you have access, I don't have access to the code thing, code generation. I'm happy to follow up. If we can get this, then I would like to demo that and do the dog versus mop example. Make it generate for the next round.
Yes, Sudha, let's
Yeah,
try
we
that.
can do that. Yes. So do you want to wrap up?
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for coming for Weekly Vet. As I said at the start, Weekly Vet is a speaker series that happens every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific. Is it
8
9
a.m.
a.m.?
It's 8 a.m.
8.
Pacific time. So yeah, now
It's
it is 9
9:30. My
o'clock. We should
9:30.
wrap up. Yeah.
Yes, 8 a.m. Pacific time. And catch you in the next Weekly Vet. Bye.
Thank you so much, Yash. Bye.